Hi friends, today we are going to discuss audit and audit chapter. Audit and auditors chapter. In company law. This chapter is also known as company audit. In auditing, see, in company law, this chapter weightage 10 to 12 marks. And in company auditing, this chapter weightage may be 20 to 25 marks. In CA Inter. But in CMA Inter, this chapter weightage 50 marks. Okay, now we are going to discuss this chapter in detail. I will explain every concept from this chapter with examples. For better much understanding, okay? Let's move on into the chapter. From this chapter, we are discussing from section 139 to 148. See, section 139 says appointment of auditors, and next section 140 removal, resignation of auditor and giving of special notice, and 141 section eligibility, qualification and disqualification of auditor, 142 remuneration of auditors, 143 powers and duties of auditors and auditing standards, and next 144 auditors not to render certain services, 145 auditor to sign audit report, and next 146 auditors to attend general meeting, 147 punishment for contravention, 148 central government to specify audit of items of cost in respect of certain companies. First I am going to start 141 section. Okay, 141 subsection 1 to says about qualifications of auditor. See, auditor in case of individual and in case of firm of chartered accountants. See, if a person is a chartered accountant, he is eligible for auditor? No. If a person to be an auditor, he must have CA plus COP. A person to be appointed as an auditor, he must have CA plus COP, certificate of practice. Then he is eligible for auditor. Okay, and next in case of firm of chartered accountants, majority of the partners must have CA plus COP. See, for example, XYZ chartered accountants, but only Z have CA plus COP and remaining XY CS. See, these all are work in a firm XYZ Limited. Then these persons are eligible for auditor doing audit? No, because majority of the partners does not have CA plus COP. Okay, and also signing of from audit report, only the persons, majority of the persons CA plus COP. Okay, and see the next disqualifications. 141 subsection 3. See the first disqualification number 141 subsection 3 A. Any body corporate disqualified except LLP. See, why body corporates are disqualified? Because the liability of its members is limited. That's why they are disqualified. And see, and then why LLPs are allowed? In case of LLPs, at least one party must have unlimited liability. Okay? See, generally all the Indian audit firms are having all their partners with unlimited liabilities, because no one will accept unlimited liability at the sake of limited liability for others. Okay? And see the next disqualification 141 subsection 3 B. See, in this case, an officer or employee of the company disqualified. Officer or employee of the company. See, officer. Definition of officer means directors and key managerial persons. See, key managerial persons means CEO, CFO, CS, manager and MD. See, if an auditor work an officer in a company, then he is ineligible to do audit to that company. Okay? See, 141 subsection 3B, an officer or employee of the company disqualified. Okay? See, I will explain one illustration to get better clarity. Okay? See, in X Limited, Y Limited subsidiary company holding 51%, and next W Limited holding company. See, Mr. A, practicing chartered accountant, works as a officer in X Limited, that is part-time director. And see, Mr. B, practicing chartered accountant. So, he is working part-time accountant. Part-time accountant means employee. See, in this case, X Limited, Mr. A and Mr. B disqualified. Since Mr. A, he is officer of the company, and Mr. B, since he is employer of the company, so because of that disqualified. See, next case, W Limited and Y Limited these two cases, both the persons, Mr. A and Mr. B, both the persons are qualified to act as auditor in W Limited, Y Limited. See, the disqualification only with respect to the company in which the persons are acting officer or employers, but they are still eligible to get appointed as auditor for its group of companies like subsidiary holding, an associate company, etc. I hope the persons who are watching this video will get better much clarity from this concept. That is disqualification 141 subsection 3b. And next see the disqualification 141 subsection 3c. See, any person who is partner or employee of officer or employee of the company, employee or officer of the company, disqualified according to this section. See, for example, A, B and company. In this, A, B partners. See, Mr. A practicing chartered accountant, Mr. B partner practicing chartered accountant. See, in X Limited, Y Limited subsidiary hold 51% and W Limited holding company. So, in this X Limited, Mr. B work as a director or employee. See, in AB company, Mr. C practicing chartered accountant work as a part-time accountant, that is employee, and he also has a own practice. Okay, now check this. Chartered accountants eligible for X Limited or not? That means qualified or disqualified. See, according to 141 subsection 3b, an officer or employee of the company disqualified. See, in this case, Mr. B employee in X Limited, so he is disqualified. And now tell me, Mr. A qualified or disqualified? He is disqualified because Mr. A partner of employee of the company. See, check. Any person who is partner or employee of officer or employee of the company disqualified. So in this case, Mr. A partner of employee of the company. Okay. And see Mr. C. See Mr. C employee. So employee of officer or employee of the company disqualified. So Mr. C is also disqualified. See, in W Limited, Y Limited, all of these persons, Mr. A, B, C are qualified to audit of these companies. Okay? Because disqualification only with respect to the company in which the persons are acting. Okay? but the persons are eligible to act auditor for its group of companies. And see next disqualification 141 subsection 3 D1. See in this, any person or his relative or his partner, any person holds any security or interest in the company or its subsidiary company, its holding company or its associate company and subsidiary of its holding company, that is fellow subsidiaries. See, any one person in any one company holds any security or interest, then all are disqualified to audit all these companies. Okay? If one person holds security or interest in any one company, then all are disqualified to audit all these companies. See here, relative. Definition of relative. HUF, husband and wife and others. See, Mr. X. Father, mother, sister, brother, son and son's wife, and daughter and daughter husband. See in this, father includes step. In mother also includes step. See in this, Mr. X auditor, his relatives included father and its step, and mother included its step, brother or sister included step brothers, step sisters. See in this, Mr. X, son and son's wife included step are included in relative, but daughter and daughter husband not included in relative. Okay? See, step daughters and grandparents are excluded from the definition of relative. Okay? See, but there is an exception for relatives to hold securities or interest up to face value of rupees 1 lakh in the company. But auditor himself or his partners cannot hold even a single security. Okay? Only relatives are allowed to hold. Okay? Relaxation of 1 lakh is only for relatives. And also, but not market value, face value. Okay? See, for example, Akkineni and company. In this, Nag and Chaitu partners. Both are practicing chartered accountants. Partners. See, there is a Ma Limited company. In this Ma Movies subsidiary company and Star Limited holding company. Okay. So in this Ma Limited, Chaitu holds equity share capital of rupees 1 lakh. And see, Samantha, practicing chartered accountant, relative to Chaitu. Okay. Here assume Nog and Chaitu are not relatives. Not relatives. Only partners. Okay. Now check. In Ma Limited, Nog, Chaitu, Samantha are qualified or disqualified. First check Chaitu. Chaitu is disqualified because he himself holding shares. Okay. And next Nog. He is also disqualified because his partner holding shares. Okay. See here. Miss Samantha qualified since her relative Chaitu is holding shares but which is less than 1 lakh. Okay. And now check in Star Limited, Ma Movies Limited. All these persons are disqualified to audit both of these companies. See, relatives are given relaxation to hold securities only in the same company in which the auditor are proposed to be appointed. But for other group of companies, exception is not applicable. Okay. See, any person or his relative or his partner hold any security or interest in the company or its subsidiary company, its holding company, its associate company, its subsidiary of its holding company, that is fellow companies, then all are disqualified to audit all these companies. Okay. Exception only for relatives. And see the next disqualification number 141 subsection 3D2. See, any person or his relative or his partner is in indebtedness for an amount of exceeding 5 lakhs to the company, to its subsidiary company, holding company or its associate company, subsidiary of its holding company, that is fellow subsidiaries. Exceeding 5 lakhs, then disqualified. But up to 5 lakhs, okay. Indebtedness. See, where auditor met credit purchases of goods for an amount of exceeding 5 lakhs, irrespective of whether the transaction is carried at arm's length price or not, the person is disqualified. Okay. Okay. Credit purchase of goods amount exceeding 5 lakhs, then disqualified. And see next, advance of audit fees before commencement of audit work is deemed to be indebtedness. If such amount exceeding 5 lakhs, the auditor disqualified. Since the work is not yet started, the auditor is not having any right to receive that advance. Okay. And say auditor can receive is audit fees progressively in proportion to the work which has been already performed. It will not be treated as indebtedness even if such amount exceeds 5 lakhs. Auditors are not disqualified. Okay? See, in first case, credit purchases exceeding 5 lakhs. And next case, advance of audit fees before commencement of audit work. If such amount exceeds 5 lakhs, then auditor disqualified. And next, third case, auditor can receive his audit fees progressively. Even such amount exceeding 5 lakhs, auditor not disqualified. Okay? And next, disqualification number 141 subsection 3 D 3. Okay? See, in this, any person or his relative or his partner give guarantee for debt of third parties for an amount exceeding 1 lakh to the company, to its subsidiary company, its holding company, its associate company, subsidiary of its holding company. Then the person's disqualified. See, for example, see, Mr. A, practicing chartered accountant, X Limited, guaranteed, give guarantee third parties, Mr. B, practicing chartered accountant, rupees 5 lakhs. See, in this case, Mr. A disqualified since the amount exceeding 1 lakh. He gives guarantee for debt of third parties for an amount exceeding 1 lakh. So, disqualified. Okay? Mr. A disqualified. And check Mr. B. Qualified or disqualified? Tell me. He is qualified or disqualified? Qualified. Because the indebtedness not exceeding 5 lakhs. Okay? If gives guarantee, Mr. A disqualified. But Mr. B indebted 5 lakhs. In X Limited, qualified. Okay? I hope you will I hope it is clear for you. See, Mr. A gives guarantee amount exceeding 1 lakh, then he disqualified. Mr. B, since the amount of indebtedness not exceeding 5 lakhs, so he is qualified. Okay? And see, if Mr. B, relative or partner to Mr. A, then Mr. B disqualified since the relative or his partner give guarantee for an amount exceeding 1 lakh. Okay? In the case of Mr. B, relative or partner to Mr. A as usually disqualified. But Mr. B also disqualified because amount exceeding 1 lakh. Okay? And see the next disqualification number 141 subsection 3 E. According to this section, disqualification, any person or any firm having business relationship with the company or subsidiary company, its holding company, its associate company, subsidiary of its holding company, subsidiary of its associate company. Then disqualified according to this section. See, business relationship means every transaction enter for commercial purpose. See, there is an exception. Even enter for commercial purpose, services permitted as per Chartered Accountant Companies Act 2013. Okay, and next, transactions is in the ordinary course of business carried at arm's length price. See, for example, auditor credit purchases from a company. Credit purchases. These credit purchases in ordinary course of business. Okay. In first case, he purchases 5 lakhs 1 rupee. 5 lakh 1 rupee at arm's length price. And in second case, he purchases 4,99,999, but not at arm's length price. Okay. See, in first case, auditor disqualified or qualified? Disqualified. So, it is a transaction in the ordinary course of business carried at arm's length price, but the amount of indebtedness exceeding 5 lakhs. 5 lakh 1 rupee. So, he is disqualified. In second case, he is qualified or disqualified? Disqualified. So, the amount of indebtedness is not exceeding 5 lakhs, but it is not carried at arm's length price. Not carried at arm's length price. It is a business relationship, and so the auditors are disqualified. Okay. In first case, disqualified according 141(3)(d)(2), and in second case, disqualification 141 subsection 3(e). Okay. I hope this is clear. Next, moving into another disqualification. Disqualification 141 subsection 3(f). Any person whose relative is a director or is in the employment of the company as a director or key managerial person. See here, if auditor relative or acting as a director, whether being employee or not being employee, then the auditors are disqualified. Okay. See, for example, auditor relatives holding positions in a company: whole-time director and independent director, and executive key managerial person, non-executive key managerial person, and accountant. So, auditor relatives holding these positions, see, qualified or disqualified in a company. See, first, in these two cases, 1 and 2, auditor relatives are acting as a director, whether being employee or not being employee, auditors disqualified. Disqualified. Okay. Next, see third one. In third case, executive key managerial person. Since relative is acting as executive key managerial person, he is disqualified. Okay, and in fourth case, employee acts as a non-executive key managerial person. Non-executive. So in this case, qualified. Okay, and see the fifth case. In fifth case, relatives of auditor can act as a employee of the company, but they cannot act as officer except being non-executive key managerial person. So in fourth case, qualified. Okay, I hope this is clear. And next section, 141 subsection 3G. See, in this case, any person who is in full-time employment, or a person can a partner of a firm holding 20 appointments as on the date of proposed appointment. He cannot sign more than 20 audit reports per a financial year. Okay, see, if a person is acting as a partner more than one audit firm, then cumulatively for all the audit firms in which he is a partner or having his own partners, he will be entitled for 20 audits. Okay, but there is an exception of ceiling limit. See, one person company, small company, and doormat company, and private limited company with a paid up share capital less than 100 crores. These companies are exemption for this ceiling limit. Okay, and see third one, private unlimited company shall be included the limit of 20 irrespective any amount of paid up share capital. Okay, but private limited company with paid up share capital of less than 100 crores not apply this limit, but private unlimited company included this limit. Okay, and next disqualification, 141 subsection 3H. See, in this case, any person who is convicted by any court of an offence involving fraud, and a period of 10 years not elapsed from the date of such conviction, that is date of judgment. Okay, then the person disqualified. See here, the offence must be due to fraud, that is fraudulent financial reporting involving manipulation of books of accounts and financial statements. Okay, and next disqualification period 10 years or imprisonment period whichever is higher. Okay, and see, whatever may be the offence, that is whether due to fraud, civil or any other criminal reasons, Minimum disqualification period is equals to period of imprisonment. Okay. And see the next disqualification, 141 subsection 3 I. This is the last disqualification. See here, any person either by himself or through his subsidiaries or through his associates or through his any other form entities, whether directly or indirectly, providing services, section 144, that is prohibited services. See, accounts related prohibition and investment related services and miscellaneous services. To the company, subsidiary company, to holding company, and then disqualify. See here, accounts related means accounting bookkeeping services, and next rendering of outsourced financial services, and next designing implementation of financial information system, these all are accounts related. Okay, next investments related, in this case advisory services, banking services. Okay, and miscellaneous services, actuarial services, internal audit services, management services. These all are miscellaneous services and these investment services. See, remember AIM shortcut, and here also miscellaneous services AIM. Remember, okay? Providing these services, any person either by himself or through his subsidiary, through his associate, or through his any other form of entity, whether directly or indirectly, then disqualified. Okay, total I covered disqualifications 141 subsection 3A, 141 subsection 3B, 141 subsection 3C, and 141 subsection 3D, 1, 2, 3. 141 subsection 3E and 141 subsection 3F, 141 subsection 3G and 141 subsection 3H, 141 subsection 3I. Total 9 disqualifications. Okay. And next, after discussing 141 subsection 4, I will close this session. And remaining we will discuss in further class. Okay. 141 subsection 4. Vacation of office under section 141 subsection 4. See, in this section, after appointment, if the auditor incurred any of the disqualifications prescribed under section 141 subsection 3, then the auditor has to vacate his office immediately. Vacate his office immediately. Okay? But there is an exception for this immediate vacation. See, if relative of auditor acquires securities for an amount exceeding 1 lakh, then the auditor need not vacate his office immediately. Okay? But he is given a time of 60 days in order to take the corrective action so as to maintain the relative holdings up to 1 lakh. Time limit 60 days. If no action is taken within 60 days, then he has to vacate his office immediately after the expiry of 60 days. Okay? Audit companies not applicable for private companies. Okay? Today we completed the section 141 subsection 1, 2 and 141 subsection 3, 141 subsection 4. Qualifications, disqualifications and vacation. Okay? In next class, we will see another portion in this chapter. Okay friends, all the best. Do well. Prepare well. Bye friends.